What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Fiddle Fern Farmstead. I am Sarah. We are going down to check on goats. I think I have one that's really close to going into labor. Sunday, the 19th. Yeah, Sunday is the day that I had on the calendar that I thought she would go into labor. So we're going to go down and check on her, and then I have something exciting to show you. Okay, so, well, before I go check on goats, uno momento. I have to put this on because the wind, of course, is doing its thing today. But we finally got power in the barn, so that's exciting. I'm gonna, yeah. We finally got power put in. We had the guys come out and they ran the line, and we thought that day we would have power, and we didn't. But yesterday they came in and hooked up the wires that the two guys ran, and now we have power in the barn, which is exciting because we never had power we had an extension cord run out to it, but we never had power like, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's crazy. I hate the wind. We never had power in that barn like we do here. So Jared went ahead and came out and had turned on our heat lamps so we could figure out, that feels warm and cozy to me, I think. But we have a bucket for water, the heat lamp for them to get warm in because it's going to be cold, especially next week since they're calling for another storm. We bought these little hay nets from Tractor Supply. I think they were $8.99, which isn't bad. The ones that I found on Amazon are like $20. So we're going to test these out and see how well they work for the goats. We have a light up there at the top. And then I had a couple of chickens that I was a little worried about, which, let's see if we can get through the fence here. This one, her legs are bad. I don't know if they're just not having a good time or what's going on, but I put her in here so she can kind of rest, and that way the rooster's not trying to jump on her and hurt her worse. And then the Red Ranger back here, I think the new rooster has just been jumping on her and has hurt her, so I put her in here so she can also rest. I thought she was maybe egg bound, but I've checked her. Oh, you can't see her through this wire. I've checked her and I don't feel anything. The tail bobbing is what made me think maybe egg bound, like she's doing right now. I've checked her feet for bumblefoot. My mouth and my brain didn't want to communicate together. But I guess her being in here, I'll see if she's laying eggs or not. But I was just worried that the roosters were going to keep jumping on her and making her not being able to heal or all that stuff. But it looks super warm and cozy in there. It feels good, like up under it.
I didn't want it to be hot on the actual.
Yeah, no, it's not hot down here.
But it's definitely warmer than the ground behind you.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. I think it'll be good.
And I've got them to where, because I know people are going to say, oh, the dude. I've got that screwed in to where the clamp.
If it comes out.
And if this were to come off anyway, I've got it chained to the catch. That
Yeah.
way, even if you took this off, this is going to hang over here.
Nice. So we've got a chain hooked up to this, so if this fails, this can catch it, and then we got a screw here that if the clamps come off, the screw will catch it from falling. That's a good job, babe.
You want the burner heater left on? Because they're not standing anywhere near.
We can come out and turn it on at night. I think that's the UPS man. Well, at least he lets you know that he's here. Yeah, for now. I'm about to go check on her one more time. So I'm going to go out here. I don't know where the UPS man is. Whether he's... They usually pull around back. So I'm going to go in here and check on her. Did you say something? I couldn't see. I guess he might have pulled around back. I didn't see him. I don't know when South Carolina became so windy, but it's certainly, y'all might hear me complain enough about the wind. But I'm tired of it. I can deal with the cold. The wind can kick rocks with its shoes off. Okay. So, Candy's been laying down, and she's making... I don't know if you can hear her. Oh, she's not. She'll stop when I get close. She's been doing that. The one that I'm more concerned about at the moment is Mayhem. But I've been watching her. She's doing the whole staring at the wall thing. I don't see any signs that she's actually going. I mean, but look, hold on. Look at this potato. I mean, she is just... But I'm definitely more I feel like she's starting to have contractions, maybe just smaller ones, because she'll bow up. So I'm thinking we could be having them before the 19th. I keep waiting on... But that's all she's been doing so far. She'll keep kind of scooting around, shuffling those back feet. So I guess probably almost definitely be down here a good bit today. Needed to run to the grocery store. I still might. We're supposed to be getting some a device put on the barn where we can have better signal for Wi-Fi, so we can put some cameras down here in the barn for them, which isn't going to help me today if I do have to go out in town, because I don't have the Wi-Fi right now. But once we get that and I have another one go into labor, I'll be able to put her in a stall and kind of keep an eye on her, so if I'm like doing something and I need to rush back home, I can. I kind of let them do their own thing anyway, but it's nice to know what's going on. She just looks like a big old potato, if you can... But these two have definitely been in here a good bit. Candy will still come out. This is Candy. She'll still come out and meet us at the gate, but I can't even... If I even try to touch her, she'll start to walk off. So I've been trying to look and assess as much as I can from the ground. But she is not about you touching her right now, that's for sure. Which I wouldn't want to be touched either. I've got like some dinosaur horns coming in up there. But, so hopefully in the next couple of days, we'll be looking at some floppy-eared babies. I hope. She definitely is showing some of those signs of going into labor. And we're excited because we like floppy-eared babies. But everybody else is just kind of, taking it as it is out here. See if I can turn you around. While everybody else is just kind of chilling inside. But you see how she bows up and then she shuffles her feet. I think she's starting to have those little contractions. It's definitely getting close. She sounds like a squeaky toy. So we want the cows to be halter trained. There's the big old sun in the back. We've been trying to bring out the little halter that we have and just trying to get them used to it as much as possible. But they definitely don't want anything to do about it. Haley just doesn't. She's older, so she's already set in her ways. She definitely don't want anything to do about it. But Luna, I'm kind of hoping, since she's kind of younger, we could get her used to it. You don't want the hay unless it's being handed to you. Like being hand-fed. Yeah. Do you like being hand-fed? Good girl. We're hoping we can get some warmer, non-windy weather. Oh, she thinks I brought food out. Because Cheese was out there licking the trough.
He's long-legged.
He is long-legged. I don't know if that's just because we have short-legged horses. It looks long-legged. Cows. I've already called them horses twice. I don't know if that was today or yesterday, but I've already called them. Oh no, it was yesterday when the vet came out. I called them horses. Yep, I did do that. So yesterday we had the vet come out and look at everybody, and he said everybody looks good. So we were worried about Haley being too thin, but he said that she looks fine. We got hooves checked, which I told him that I'd never owned cows, so I wasn't sure exactly like how often they needed to be trimmed. And he said that we could definitely call somebody out to do it, but it puts a lot of stress on them. And he said Luna's hooves definitely look a little longer than, but he didn't seem, he said he wasn't concerned about it. So if they get any longer or start hooking, then that's when he said we needed to start to worry about the hooves. But having to trim a cow's hooves all the time, he said is not normal. We shouldn't have to do that because they're not like goats. So that was news that I learned about cows. So that was nice. But he said the goats look good. We got everybody on track with their vaccinations. And yeah. And then that cost, half an arm and a leg. Which usually, like, we knew the base of what we were going to pay, but then I also got some oxytocin for the goats, because when I had pygmies, I had a pygmy goat that had a kid, and then a couple days later she started having seizures, and she was calcium deficient, and then she also didn't get everything out of her uterus once after she had the baby. So I lost her. So I told myself never again, and I always, like, once they go into active labor, I'll give them a dose of the oxytocin just to make sure that they're pushing. And then he also said that the vet that came out, he also said that we could flush the uterus as well if we're concerned about it. But I I like to go into however much depth I need to, because losing one is pretty crazy. It's very, I don't want to say traumatic. It could be traumatic for some people because it's pretty hard to watch, especially the seizures. And I have to keep like scraping out that protein tub.
We need to find a better place for it. I may sit it in there.
Yeah.
I'll get the tractor. That tractor's heavy.
It's very heavy. I tried to dump it over on its side the other day so I could clean it out. But yeah, I don't want to go through that again. So I do do a dose of oxytocin just to make sure. And then I also put them on a calcium supplement. After they have it, we're going to also do a blackstrap molasses. We're going to mix some of that into the water just to get some sugar. And blackstrap molasses is also high in iron, so it's good for us as well. If you're anemic, you have low iron, blackstrap molasses can help you out, and it's much better than having to take the pill of iron, in my opinion.
Scrape up all this hay so the grass will
We need to do a
get some sun.
hay scrape and poop scrape party, because all of the
It looks a lot better.
yeah,
But that's a tall pad.
oh yeah, all this manure could go into a pile.
It's a lot better than the thin stuff they were putting out like this.
Yeah.
It's just flat.
Well, we also ran that over with a tractor.
Right, but it was flat to begin with. There's no walls on it.
That's true. So let me see if I can find another flat one.
All the flat ones are
That's true. So
over there by the barn.
let's see if I can find some.
There's like 2 flat ones with 2 tall ones beside it.
Let's go look at poop. Talking about these? To the left. Oh, yeah. Okay. So these are kind of like right beside each other. This is a old patty, and that's what it looked like when we first got them here. And then that's a new one. So they're starting to look much better. Jared says they're getting some height on them. Getting some height on the poop patties. Everybody's just not about the wind.
I think I'm gonna go get those brushes and go ahead and put them on out here.
Brushes. Okie dokie.
I think I'm gonna put 2 in here and 2 in there.
You look like a cowboy with your, oh. She has a piece of straw hanging out of her mouth, like a cowboy. You know, when people ask you in high school, like, where will you be in 10 years? I figured it would be with animals, but sitting in hay and watching whether or not a goat's going into labor was probably not on my bingo card. But here we are. On a brighter note, I'm sitting down in one of the shelters, like let me see, I've got the face thing on. I don't know how to get it off. Anyway, I'm not like super, there we go. I'm not super far from the top of the shelter. And I can't feel any of the wind down here, so that's nice. At least I know that's working. So that's good. I can, like, Candy's noises are throwing me off. So, Jared, you did a good job with the shelters. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. So I'm trying to watch her, but she'll tighten up. Like, you can see her tightening up, and then she'll shuffle her back feet. But she's keeping her tail down, so I can't really tell what's going on back there. Let's see if she'll she was doing it just then, but she'll tighten up. Like she is right now. And then she kind of shuffles her back feet. Every time. The pygmies that I had, they would just, I could never tell. Like their bags would just all of a sudden show up. And then I knew it was time to go. It was go time. These, they've had their bags have filled out. It's been about a week and a half since they started to fill up. So it's been a fun time, but I definitely think today we've got some fun stuff in store. And if not, there's my dinosaur horn again. If not today, definitely here soon. I definitely don't think we're going to make it till Sunday, which is nice because I'll be able to handle everything. Jared sent my mom and my mother-in-law a chart of what is okay and what is not okay when you see a kid coming out. So we've been trying to go over it with them and just be like, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's not. That was a new noise. And I can't tell if that's Candy or Mayhem that made that noise. Anyway, I told my dad, I said, if you see like hooves coming out and there's no face there with it, that you had to stick your hands in and turn it around. She's in a world of hurt right now. That's crazy. Holy wind tunnel, Batman. But he said, well, it's a good thing Sarah's here. But next Thursday, I'll be kind of on the couch for a couple of days. So hopefully they'll have them before then. So it's been a little while. It's been like a few hours. I moved Mayhem into one of the stalls. It looked like she started pushing, and I wanted, just in case, wanted her to be able to be in an area I wanted her to be in the stall so I didn't have to move her when she was in active labor. So right now, this is what we're looking like. I was gonna see if she'd push. She just recently, maybe the last hour, there she goes. She has been super vocal like she is right now. Usually it's Candy, but she's started to get really vocal. And the contraction, when she pushes, it's starting to look more intense when she pushes. We brought Candy in here to be beside her so she didn't feel alone. And she's just eating the straw off the ground. She's just having a great time. Yeah, me too, man. It'd be awesome if they just have them, at the same time, but we can't all have what we want, unfortunately. So I'm going to be out here with her until she has them. Hopefully tomorrow can get on here and show you a video of some new little babies. But thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.